First things first, I'm on my YouTube search of how I can be a better YouTuber. I've just been, I always dibble and dabble in YouTube videos. But look, Adam Ivy, before we watch this video, I'll go to say, bro, Adam is one of the best speakers I have seen in a long time. YouTube skills aside and knowledge aside, his interpersonal or public speaking skills is to a high degree. There's a few names that I can pick out that this guy really reminds me of in terms of skill level, but this guy's amazing at doing talks and public speaking, and in this case, creating videos. I really like his content. Big shout out to Adam. I'm going to put a link in the description to this video and his channel. Make sure you check him out. This video right here is 10 YouTube rules destroying your channel in 2026. Let's just give it a watch.
It seems like everybody's following the exact same YouTube playbook and wondering why they're all getting the exact same garbage results. Post daily, chase every trend, wait until you have better equipment, copy what's going viral.
Yep, we do hear that.
Congratulations, you're doing exactly what a million other invisible channels are doing. See, I wasted 8 years of my life copying what worked for other people, and once I finally hit 50,000 subscribers, I still had no momentum because I had no focus. I just wanted attention, and once I realized that, everything changed. That's when I started breaking the rules that everybody was treating like gospel that were not working. And I started creating, not from attention, but creating with intention.
Nice. And a lot of the thing is, some people may look at some of this stuff as corny, cliche, fairy tale, fairylandish, but I think a lot of it's really true, and it's a lot about how you present yourself and the intention behind your content and the outcome that you want out of it. Those are important things to define so that as your channel matures and you mature as a person, it becomes more sentimental and it has more meaning to you because there's that growth element there and you're actually investing your own personality and energy into it. The boy Adam here, he is very good at making it feel relatable. A lot of the things he's going to say in this video, I haven't watched it yet, but I just know based off the other ones I watched, I just relate to what he's saying. Just so relatable, and I feel like when he says something, I'm like, wow. But I needed someone to relay on this because this is 100% facts.
My main channel now has over 300,000 subscribers, more than 21 million views, completely organically. But here's the thing. I'm not just going to tell you what you're doing wrong in this video. I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. Look, I've had success with multiple types of content over the years. I'm talking music parodies that went viral, millions of views, product reviews with hundreds of thousands of views, tutorials hitting the same type of numbers, educational videos with 1 million views. These principles work whether you're teaching, you're entertaining, or you're reviewing. Now, I think the problem with a lot of the YouTube advice out there is that by the time it becomes common knowledge and everybody's talking about it, it's usually already outdated. I've built multiple 7-figure businesses from YouTube, not by following some guru's rules, but by testing hundreds of videos to figure out what actually works, especially for running a business with YouTube. So for each rule that I break in this video, I'm going to give you the exact fix.
Very true. And I'm going to keep this going because it's important time-wise. And I'll probably just throw this little piece in here. It's so important. What I've learned as well is that instead of being so focused on following this whole successful YouTube checklist criteria, try to define your own, I'm going to say it, define your own niche. Okay, here he goes. Here's the guy goes saying it. Wow. Typical. Define your own niche. Look, find a way to create content under these so-called rules that help you grow, but also just add a tad bit of your personality. Start off with a tad bit and then immerse your personality through your content. So people, when they come to watch your channel and they see that portfolio of videos, they know who they're watching and they know what they're investing in.
I hope you're ready because we're going to fix your channel. Now, rule number 1 is post daily or die. Look, posting daily without value is just noise. And with all the AI-generated slop that's clogging up YouTube right now, we don't need any more noise. Here's what to do instead. I post as often as I can make something that I'm actually happy with, like really satisfied with. For me, that's about once a week here. Mark Rober, OG YouTuber that I've been watching for years, he posts once a month. He gets 30 to 50 million views per that one monthly video.
I can't do once a month or once a week.
Interview with him, and he said that he does the video when the product's ready or ready for review or worth reviewing. One of the two. The point is that you have to find your pace. How long does it take to make your best videos? Track this stuff, guys. Add a little bit of buffer for life, right? Lord knows we have 2 young kids, so life is a little bit crazy right now. So if I think that it's going to take 3 hours to shoot a video, edit a video, script a video, do whatever, then I add a little bit more into maybe the 4.
I'm sorry, yo, Adam, I'm so sorry. At this moment right now, I'm capturing this feeling that I have. I'm not being anywhere else but the present. I can't do once a week or once a month. I want to post every damn day. I want to post every day. Every day I want to be here. I want to be on YouTube every day.
And every one of us is going to have a little bit
bad,
different
but
schedule.
I want it
but here's
so
the
bad.
key to actually sticking to it. Your audience needs to know when they can expect you. And they need to know if it's going to be worth waiting for. Because one great video every week beats 7 rushed videos every time. Test it for 30 days. Don't miss a single upload.
Quality over quantity, definitely.
Now, rule number 2 is chase every trend. This one makes my skin crawl. Remember those fidget spinner channels back in the day?
I struggled with this.
Neither does anyone else. When the trend dies, the channel dies with it. And I see that time and time again, unfortunately, from some of the comments from you guys. Here's what works better. Make your normal content, but then use trends to get discovered. So if you teach productivity and everybody's talking about AI, make a video using ChatGPT or one of these tools
round of
for
applause.
productivity. You're still teaching productivity. The trend just
That's practical. That is practical advice. That is such practical advice.
gets more eyeballs on it. Now, I'd say about 80% should be your core content. Maybe 20% can weave in and out of those trends. But if your core audience wouldn't care about the video without the trend, I would personally skip it. Now, rule number 3 is shorts are mandatory. YouTube keeps pushing shorts because they're scared of TikTok. But here's the thing. Shorts viewers and long-form viewers are completely different people. Look, somebody watching shorts is killing time at a red light. Maybe they're waiting for their food to heat up in the microwave. Or let's face it, when they're on the toilet. Now, somebody watching a 10-minute video, a 15-minute video of yours, they just chose you over Netflix. Which one do you think is going to buy your stuff? Which one is going to become a loyal fan and a repeat supporter? If you really want shorts, I personally recommend most people launch a separate channel for it. I just personally don't mix these audiences. We're talking about focused attention versus distracted attention. I focus on long form because that's where the business is. That's where the sponsorships are. That's where the opportunity lies. Not the 30-second dopamine hits that are here today, gone tomorrow.
And then you just fall into this thing that Adam mentioned in a different video that I didn't react to, but I watched in my own time, about chasing trends and just chasing an algorithm you can't control. And I have an example of, in The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger as Joker. He says, "I'm like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one. I just do things." I just feel like when you're an upcoming creator on TikTok and YouTube, vertical lives and shorts, whatever, this clip farming era, you're chasing this clout, this algorithmic thing, and you don't really know what to do with it once you get that. And then you find yourself lost, and then you just kind of lose it again. And then you start chasing it again. You don't really know what you're going to do, so you kind of become lost in the process. And KSI said this as well, and I'm probably not even going to do a full reaction to this because I want you guys to check out his video. KSI said that when he was lost, he felt like it caused his audience to be lost. That's such a great perspective to have as a YouTube content creator. Thinking like a leader. If the leader's lost, what do you think is going to happen to the followers? Think about it. Think about it in that way. So in terms of, and this is one of the reasons I kind of shifted away a bit from TikTok. I used to multi-stream on TikTok and YouTube. Some people will say it's a bad decision to not multi-stream on TikTok, but I personally felt, and this is just a feeling, that when I was just streaming on TikTok, it didn't really feel like my platform. It felt like it was just I was renting a flat for a night. That's how it felt. Didn't really feel like I liked it. I just kind of just chasing attention, and in a fleeting platform like TikTok, where literally he just explained it, 30-second dopamine rush. Didn't feel like I can actually grow a good community on there. I can get viral on there, but to keep a good community, it will be very difficult. So, like the other big streamers, they all stick to either Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. That's the kind of thing that I decided to stay on YouTube.
Now, rule number 4 is never leave your niche.
I'm sorry, I did say I wasn't going to pause it. Sorry.
It's half true. You can expand your topic, but never leave your niche. And this one's tricky because It's half true. You could expand your topic, but you have to serve the same person, the same audience. If you look at somebody like Ali Abdaal, he started with medical school content, and now he talks productivity, business, books, but it's all for the same audience, people optimizing their life. When I went from music production to music marketing as my main focus after going deaf in my left ear back in 2016, it made sense to keep it on the same channel because they were married together. But once I shifted my time and attention to YouTube strategy for entrepreneurs, this content, totally different audiences, and I knew that I had to start a new channel from scratch, which has been so much fun. Now, the question isn't, is this my niche? It's, would my audience care about this? If yes, make it. If no, maybe it's time for a second channel. All right, rule number 5 is beat the...
Whoa. He just cracked the code right there. It's not as if, is this my niche? Real question is, would my audience care about it? And I think it's the same. I think the exact same way. I think confining yourself to a niche is a limiter and an inhibitor on your own personal expression. If you feel like you can do 2 niches at the same time, do that. You'll find out shortly if you can or can't, but it is important to do it.
The algorithm. Let me ask you something. Think about your favorite YouTube video, the one that you've watched a million times. Did you watch it because it beat the algorithm and it was optimized? Or was it because it was actually good? That's my point. The algorithm isn't some mysterious force. It's literally showing people what they want to watch. So instead of trying to hack it, just focus on this stuff. Are people watching most of your video? Aim for 50% retention. Are they clicking on thumbnail and title? 5% click rate is a good starting point. Are there other people watching other videos after that from you? 20% is a great number to have. I'm talking about how many people watch your video versus how many people click on another one of your videos after they watch. When those numbers work, the algorithm works for you. It's not magic, it's math.
All right.
Actually, wait, I want to tell you something that's going to change how you see YouTube forever. YouTube doesn't care about your channel. YouTube doesn't care about my channel. And I'm being serious here. YouTube doesn't track channels the way that you think. It tracks viewer session time. When someone opens up YouTube, they statistically have about 20 minutes to kill on average. YouTube's entire job is to keep that person there for the full amount of time that they have, right? Your video isn't competing with other channels in your niche per se. It's competing with everything else that that viewer might watch instead. The cooking video, the comedy sketch, the true crime documentary thing that popped up on their homepage today for some reason.
The core
That's why
retention
channels
video
with random topics sometimes blow up. They're not serving a niche, they're serving a viewing session. Once I understood this, I stopped thinking, what does my channel need to what does my specific viewer need right now? See, YouTube isn't a TV network where the channels matter. It's a recommendation engine where session time matters. Your job isn't to build a channel, it's to own a piece of someone's day. And by the way, if you want a complete YouTube growth system, all my frameworks and templates and strategies, a perfect companion for my channel videos, grab my ultimate YouTube growth guide. I'll have a link in the description box below. You guys have been giving me a lot of great feedback, so keep it rocking.
We'll ride the halfway mark, actually. I'm going to wrap up right here, guys. It's the last bit of that whole aspect of thinking about it. Mindset, view, perspective shift. Change your perspective on, I guess, what he was trying to say was, just focusing on channel to channel. Think about it as video to video. And how can I serve a viewer for the next 20 minutes who is going to have their lunch, for example. I think there was another guy who did a very good video on this. I don't know his name at all. He was young at the time when he made it. He was like 20. But he said that if you think about YouTube as the viewer needs something to eat, needs something to watch while they're eating, think about your content in that format. It changes the way you think about content. And when I heard that, it must have been like a few weeks ago I heard that. And it's only recently been really something that I've been thinking about. Of I myself, when I'm eating food, I'm looking for something to watch, something to just, get by the time, or when I'm bored, or when I'm traveling, etc. I need to start thinking of my own content as, how do I make something that will captivate someone while they're eating food, while they're chilling, while they're bored or traveling. I need to think about it in that way. When I think about it like that, there's so many things I can improve with my content. When you get wrapped up, when you're so engulfed in doing something and you don't take a step back and have a perspective shift, you really don't want to improve because you think that you're doing everything perfectly. But the moment you want to actually take a step back and think, well, how should I really be looking at this? you start to pick out ways of how you can improve. For example, this whole thing of treating it as, how do I captivate this person for the next 20 minutes while they're having lunch? Now I'm thinking constructively and productively. Hopefully proactively too. With that being said, guys, check out Adam. I'm going to put a link in the description for his channel and his video. If you guys want me to finish the rest of this, do let me know. I'm more than happy to. But that's about it, guys.